You are not too late. The mindset shift that transforms life after 60. Life after 60 is often painted as the beginning of the end, a time to slow down, retire, and fade into the background. But the truth is, it doesn't start in your bank account, your retirement plan, or even in your circumstances. It starts with your decision. Today, we will walk through a powerful mindset shift that has completely transformed lives beyond the age of 60. This is not just motivational talk, it's neuroscience, purpose, and the power of contribution, coming together to create a life of meaning. The first principle: you're not too old to start something new. Most people unknowingly carry a heavy lie that age is a reason to stop. This belief holds them hostage and makes them settle for television instead of reading. Stop building, stop dreaming, and stop reaching. But here's the truth. Your brain still builds new pathways well into your 80s. Science proves that your ability to learn, change, and grow is biologically alive. The enemy isn't age. The enemy is stagnation. Mental fog creeps in not because of years, but because we stop setting new goals. Ask yourself this: what's one thing you always said you'd do when you had time? What if that time is now? Another important point is failure is an option, and that's a good thing. Failure isn't a sign you're done, it's proof you're still trying. As the saying goes, if things are not failing, you're not innovating enough. If you haven't failed at anything new recently, it might be because you haven't tried anything new. You don't need to launch a rocket, but you can launch all leeward, a new version of yourself. Small shifts create momentum, and momentum creates transformation. Maybe this chapter is about legacy. This part of life may not be about traditional success. Maybe it's about contribution, meaning, and legacy. Even Moses discovered his purpose at 80. He heard God's call in the quiet of the desert, when everything seemed silent. Sometimes that silence is preparation. 3 simple steps to spark change today. 1. Talk about one thing that still excites you. Something you've always wanted to explore. Identify you and talk has stopped you before. Name the barrier. On talk, take one tiny step in the next 48 hours. It could be as simple as identify a book from the library, a calling someone, a staging a tutorial, a staging a walking routine. Small steps change lives, especially when they become habits. Unlearn slow equals safe. One of the most dangerous beliefs is that slowing down keeps you safe. In reality, staying still is the most dangerous thing you can do right now.
If you're reading this and still engaged, you're already ahead of most people. Many scroll past truths that could change their lives, but you stayed. That desire inside you, that's the beginning of your reinvention. The quiet slide after 60, from living to surviving. After decades of raising children, paying bills, and navigating crises, society tells you, you've done enough. Sit back. Let time take over. But deep inside, your spirit wants this part of life to matter. You don't want to just survive these years. You want them to be significant. Remember this: you do not owe the world your silence. You owe the world your wisdom. You have decades of experience, clarity, and insight that someone desperately needs right now. Breaking gravity, the rocket analogy. Old patterns in life take energy, but once you push through, everything gets lighter. You begin to float, you begin to glide, and most of all, you begin to feel free. Great story. I want to share with you all about a teacher. You never stop being a teacher. Teacher, a 70-year-old retired school teacher, thought no one wanted to learn from her anymore. After helping her granddaughter with homework, she began tutoring neighborhood kids. Within 6 months, she started a free after-school program. At 70, she was shaping young minds again. Not because she had to, but because she realized you never stop being a teacher. It's only you who just stop giving yourself permission to share what you know. Identity is the main component of the behaviors of behavior. You can't change your future just by changing your schedule. You have to change what you believe about who you are. Many people over 60 let the world write their ending too early. But what if you rewrote it? Instead of saying, I'm too old, what if you declared, this is the decade I finally give the world my best self? Try this action plan, which will do wonders. Write a new statement about who you are becoming. Not who you were, not your old job title, who you are now becoming. Speak it aloud every morning. For example, I am someone who grows every day. I build, I teach, I love, I contribute. Ask, what's one thing this version of me would do today? Take that step. The power of your environment. After 60, your environment becomes more influential than ever. Your circle is smaller, your routines are predictable. You spend more time at home. If your space is filled with noise, clutter, and distractions, it sends signals of stagnation. Another story, changing space, changing life. Guy was 74, wanted to write a book, but couldn't focus. His writing spot was a couch beside unopened mail and a loud TV. One small change, clearing a desk in a sunlit corner with a simple note saying, I'm still becoming, led to 30,000 words in 3 months. What small change can you make in your environment that tells your mind, this is who I'm becoming now? It's not too late, you still have time. If you're 60, you likely have, say, 20 active and valuable years of active and healthy years ahead. Entire legacies can be built in that window. Stop saying it's too late. Instead, ask, if I had many more healthy years, what would I build with them? The season you're in is not retirement, it's refinement. You've been through the fire. Now you have wisdom, clarity, and calm. 3 daily habits for transformation. The 30-minute morning rule. No phone, no news. Spend 30 minutes with thoughts, prayer, or journaling. The one new thing rule. Expose your brain to something new daily. A podcast, a book, or a different walk route. The 2-item list. Focus on just 2 things each day to avoid overwhelm and ignite action. The shift that changes everything. Here's the key. The moment you stop living for comfort and start living for contribution and with meaning, everything changes. Comfort breeds boredom. Boredom breeds self-doubt. Contribution and meaningful life breathe life back into your days. Charles' story, The Power of Showing Up. Suleiman volunteered to simply listen at a local rehab center. Within a year, the center's recovery rate hit a record high. When asked why, one man said, I stayed clean because I didn't want to let Suleiman down. Contribution doesn't require money or perfect health. It only requires willingness. How to begin your transformation today? Find one way to contribute. Mentor, write, pray, or teach a skill. Start small, but start visible. Build a daily schedule in your daily routine. Spend 15 to 30 minutes each day in purposeful activity. 1. Speak life to yourself every morning. Oh, if still have purpose. Oh, I still have breath. Oh, I still have something to build. Hey, you just started a journey to live a meaningful life with purpose, which will give you self-respect and a respectable life in the community, and not to be an excess baggage to family and society. Feel you're not done, you're not behind, you're not too late. Your best chapter may still be unwritten. Say it aloud. I'm still becoming. Believe in it's never too late, and just do it.